Palantir has become one of the most misunderstood companies in modern tech. To some, it's a secretive government contractor. To others, it's the future operating system for civilization. The truth sits somewhere between. Palantir builds software that helps institutions make sense of complex data, act on it, and measure the impact of those actions. It doesn't sell raw data or ads. It sells decision intelligence. And that distinction matters. Let's strip it down to the basics. Palantir has three main products: Gotham, Foundry, and AIP. Think of them as three layers of one ecosystem. Gotham was built first, originally for counter-terrorism after 9/11. It allowed analysts to connect dots across fragmented intelligence databases, tracking relationships between people, places, and events. That same architecture later evolved into Foundry, a commercial platform designed to unify corporate data the same way Gotham unified intelligence. It cleans, structures, and links billions of rows from separate systems, ERP, logistics, finance, operations, and turns them into a living data model. Then came AIP, the newest layer, which integrates large language models directly into Foundry and Gotham, so organizations can query, simulate, and automate decisions using AI, securely and with traceability. In plain terms, Palantir gives institutions a single nervous system for their data. In a normal organization, every department runs its own systems. Finance uses SAP, engineers use CAD, logistics uses spreadsheets, HR uses Workday. None of these talk natively. Palantir sits on top and creates a common data ontology so everything is linked. It then adds rules for who can see what, tracks every transformation, and makes insights explainable to auditors and regulators. This is why it wins government and defense contracts. It provides transparency in environments where mistakes can cost lives. But Palantir isn't just about the military. Its commercial business is now the real growth engine. Foundry is used by airlines to manage fleet maintenance, by energy firms to track grid stability, by pharmaceutical companies to accelerate drug development, and by manufacturers to predict supply chain disruptions. In every case, it takes messy, siloed data and turns it into an adaptive digital twin of the business. That twin can then be simulated with AIP. What happens if this plant goes offline? Or, what's the optimal delivery route if fuel costs rise 30%? And the AI will recommend actions with reasoning traceable to source data. That's the key difference between Palantir and generic AI chatbots. This system is auditable. You can trust it in a hospital, an army command center, or a nuclear plant. Now the financial side. For years, Palantir was criticized for slow revenue growth and heavy stock-based compensation. That's changing. The company has achieved multiple quarters of positive free cash flow, operating margins above 25%, and expanding commercial deals at over 30% year-on-year. It's also debt-free with $3 billion in cash. The US Army recently renewed a multi-year contract for AI-driven battlefield analytics. The NHS, Airbus, BP, and Ferrari all run Foundry. Each new deployment tends to scale over time as clients integrate more data sources, a network effect that deepens the moat. Why the next big stock pick label? Because Palantir sits at the convergence of three megatrends: AI, data infrastructure, and national security. Most AI companies are model providers: OpenAI, Anthropic, Google DeepMind. They build brains. Palantir builds the body those brains inhabit: secure data environments, governance layers, feedback loops between AI predictions and real-world outcomes. Governments trust it. Corporations are starting to depend on it. The adoption curve is early because most enterprises are still in phase 1, connecting their data. Once that foundation is built, Foundry and AIP become default operating systems. Another reason investors pay attention, Palantir has near zero customer churn. Once a company's operations are mapped in Foundry, switching costs are enormous. It's not just a software license, it becomes embedded in daily decision-making. That gives Palantir durable, recurring revenue and pricing power. The company's US commercial segment, once considered small, is now growing faster than its government business. As more enterprises look for AI that actually integrates with sensitive internal data rather than public models, Palantir is one of the few providers already certified for classified, regulated, and healthcare-grade environments. Now, the controversy. Critics call it a black box for surveillance. Supporters say it's the last line of defense for democratic nations managing data responsibly. Both views have truth. Palantir's platforms are as ethical or as invasive as the entities using them. But its design, full auditability, access control, and accountability trails means misuse leaves fingerprints. The software itself is neutral, the oversight matters. Investors must understand this dual-use nature before projecting long-term valuations. If you're thinking in numbers, Palantir's market cap still sits far below its potential total addressable market, estimated over $900 billion across government and enterprise AI infrastructure. Its margins are software level, its capital intensity is low, and its customer expansion rate suggests compounding is underway. The question is not whether the company will grow, but how much of that market it can own before competition catches up. Right now, few competitors combine security clearance, scalability, and real-world deployments at this level. What to watch next? Continued commercial revenue acceleration, margin maintenance above 25%, and growth in US enterprise contracts. Also, how AIP is monetized. Usage-based models could unlock exponential scaling similar to AWS. If the company continues compounding free cash flow at current rates while expanding into private sector AI operations, analysts projecting a doubling or tripling of valuation over 5 years may be conservative. So, in one line, Palantir is not just a data company. It's the infrastructure for actionable intelligence in an AI-first world. If Tesla builds the physical systems of the future, Palantir builds the digital ones. Understanding it now, while the market still debates what it actually does, is how investors position ahead of the curve. If you found this useful, subscribe to Future Forged for more deep tech breakdowns on AI, energy, and the systems shaping tomorrow. Support Future Forged on Patreon, https or www.patreon.com/Future Forged membership. Get official merch. https or futureforged.creatorspring.com. Subscribe for more deep tech documentaries on AI, autonomy, and the future of humanity.